How are we doing, guys? LUFC, Huddersfield 0, Leeds 2, match review of the game. Now, guys, I apologise it's a little bit late, but you've already had Conor and Joe's thoughts on the game. As you'll have seen, I was at the watch-along yesterday with Conor in Sheffield, but I didn't head straight back after the game, and it's quite a bit of away from Sheffield to where I live, so I wasn't able to film yesterday, guys, so I apologise for that. But, guys, massive win, isn't it? A massive, massive win. You know, it was one of those games where at half-time, it was one of those. I was not happy for the first half performance, to be honest. It started bad. The first half performance was messy. I think tactically Huddersfield got it right in the first half, in the sense that they weren't really playing anything particularly nice to watch. You know, they weren't playing the nicest of football. There was a lot of kick and running going on, but it worked for them brilliantly. You know, I think at the athleticism of the team, the pressing. But what I did always feel was that Huddersfield couldn't press at that intensity for the whole 90 minutes. I think certainly for the first half hour especially, their intensity was pretty incredible. It's probably the most incredible pressing I've seen this season. You know, I think the way the press click, the press Hernandez, probably the two of the best ball players in the league, along with like Tom Kearney, Romain Sawyers. That's probably my top four kind of ball players in the league. They pressed them so well, but I've never seen both players give the ball away so much in a half. So you have to give great credit to Huddersfield for that. Absolutely no doubt about it. We did have the chance for Mateus Click early doors, but after that we really struggled in that final third. You know, from that first 45 minutes, we weren't really creating much, and we needed that wake-up call at half-time. We needed half-time to come, and it did. It really wouldn't surprise me if Bielsa gave him a rocket at half-time, because to be honest, we were kind of playing Huddersfield at their own game. We were trying to force the ball forward too much. You know, every time we're getting on the ball, we're trying to play the ball sort of 20-30 yards forward, rather than sort of playing the nice little interchanges, the nice little combinations we normally play, getting on the ball, dictating the game, having periods of possession, periods of pressure. We weren't really doing that. You know, really forcing Huddersfield back, and we're doing exactly what they wanted us to do, really, from our point of view. But that second half, we massively improved, and I think that 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes of the second half, is among the best 30 minutes we played all season, to be honest. I think they're absolutely sensational. You know, we've created 4 or 5 really big chances. You know, we've had that first chance. Well, the first chance, I'm trying to think what the first chance was now. It's a great ball in off Jack Harrison, header off Patrick Bamford, a really good save off the keeper, and then you've had the goal off Alioski. I mean, what a strike that is. What a strike that is off Alioski. I mean, it's one of those, he hit it that hard. I didn't realise it had gone in until sort of like 5 seconds later. It's like, that can't have gone in. The connection, he won't connect better with a volley probably in his career. You know, it's so perfectly sweetly hit. At first I thought the goalkeeper could maybe do better, but watching it back, the sheer power, the sheer precision of the shot, it's unsavable. It's an absolutely fantastic strike off Alioski, and it's put us 1-up in the game, and it's been a massive boost to the team. After that, you know, on the counter-attack, we're absolutely frightening. You know, Huddersfield's pressing drops off. They have to push forward a little bit more in possession of the ball. They have to bring players forward, certainly the full-backs, who I felt we had that advantage on all game. You know, I felt from the first minute Costa and Harrison could get there for 2 full-backs. Had the Gennady at left-back, and Dehaney at right back. I thought they looked very poor defensively, and we could have had to go at them all day long, and we did in that second half, which was very pleasing. We got the wingers, the full-backs, etc, into the game. It was an interesting setup from us. Ben White seems to be playing as a centre-back to me. It seemed like a back 3. It did interchange to a back 4 from time to time. I think certainly in possession of the ball, Ben White's kind of position was quite fluid, in the sense that he dropped from a 3 to a 4, a centre-back to a holding midfielder quite a lot. And to be fair, in the first half it was a bit of a struggle, because obviously you could tell Calvin was missing. You know, a bit of like a terrier-like midfielder in the middle to an extent. You know, someone who can just break up play like Calvin does, and also in possession of the ball. You know, it seemed like a battle in that first half, but it was a battle we weren't winning. You know, I'm not saying Huddersfield deserved to go in ahead, but we were a bit lucky in that first half that Huddersfield was so wasteful in the final third. But let's keep the positives. We deserved to win the game. You know, that 30 minutes was very conclusive. You know, we created chance after chance. You know, we've had that one for Patrick Bamford where he sort of delayed. Good block off the Huddersfield defender. We've got a perfectly good goal ruled out for Patrick Bamford as well. And then, of course, we get the second goal. A fantastic ball off Jack Harrison again. Great touch off Helder Costa. Great counter-attack. Concise, precision, just everything you want from it. 1-2 touch. Advancing the play, exactly what you want from counter-attacks. I thought that was something we were pouring at the start of the season, you know, in transition, you know, both going forward and defensively, but I think we've massively improved in both elements. You know, we're using the pace of Costa and Harrison out wide. They're both natural wingers to an extent, and since Pablo's gone inside, we've been able to have that little bit more pace out wide. But I do prefer Pablo out on the right side, to be fair. But yeah, you know, I think obviously we finished the game quite sloppy to an extent. We were a bit lucky we didn't concede a goal, which would have given Huddersfield a bit of hope in the game. I was a little bit disappointed with how we finished the game. You know, we thought we could have pushed on a little bit more, but look, at the end of the day, we're 8 points clear. Again, what I will say is that as well, it's fantastic the position we're in. You know, 43 points from 20 games is a fantastic start. I think any other season would probably be top of the league. You know, you look at how good West Brom have been. You know, I've just watched the West Brom game, the 5-1 win against Swansea. West Brom are absolutely incredible. We can't deny that. You know, West Brom are an incredible team, and to be within touching distance of them is good credit to ourselves. And to be so far clear of third is good credit to ourselves. We've got a tough run of games coming up now, a decisive run of games coming up now. You know, Hull at home, Cardiff at home, Fulham away, Preston at home, Birmingham away, West Brom away. We've got to come through that run of games, you know, intact to an extent, because as much as it's all well and good saying we're so far clear, things can change easily. With that run of games we've got, we're playing a lot of informed teams, we're playing against a lot of good individual players, you know, Bowen, Mitrovic, Pereira. You know, we're going to be playing against some good individuals next couple of weeks who could punish us if we start games as slowly as we get against Huddersfield. And I'm absolutely delighted, guys. You know, and you might think I'm being a bit negative, but there's still elements to improve. I think certainly in terms of performances, I'll be honest, I don't think we're at the levels we were at last season, but we're showing different elements to our game, something we didn't show last season. You know, we're a very nice team to watch, who occasionally defended quite well, but we didn't have much of a spine. We were quite weak in many senses, really, last season, you know, when things went against us. But this season, I think we're showing a lot more resilience. I think defensively, I think it's chalk and cheese. I think the improvement defensively has been absolutely incredible, all instigated pretty much by Ben White. I think the move from Luke Ayling into that back three has been absolutely critical as well. Luke Ayling yesterday, absolutely amazing. 2 goal-saving blocks, which we have to mention as well in that first half. And yeah, you know, it's absolutely brilliant to have a defence which is doing what it's doing. I think the signing of Costa's been absolutely pivotal so far. Harrison's improvement's playing a factor. So whilst I don't think we're as easy on the eye as last season, we're not playing badly by any sense of the imagination. I just think we can dominate games a little bit more. We can get a little bit more out of Click and Pablo. I mean, both still having good seasons, but I think we can still get a little bit more out of them. But we've got to be absolutely delighted, guys. You know, we're so far clear at the minute, and we're not quite got out of our top levels yet in terms of performance. So there's still a lot to improve, but there has been warning signs last couple of weeks. I think Middlesbrough aside, there has been warning signs. So we've got to still start games a bit better for me, control games a little bit more. You know, we're playing against, you know, I think the key thing is we're playing against teams that aren't at our level. No arrogance here, but they're not at our level. I think the next couple of weeks we're going to be playing a lot of teams that are somewhat sort of similar kind of stage to us. You know, sort of Cardiff a Premier League team last season. Fulham, yes, has not started the season very well, but it's got some very good individuals, and West Brom. So I'm definitely not getting carried away, guys. Definitely not getting carried away. Far too early to get carried away. I think the key thing is we're ahead on points per game. You know, I think it's 2.15 points a game. Roughly, we're going to need about 2 to get promoted. So yeah, we're well on course at the minute, but there's still warning signs there. You know, things can change very, very quickly at this level. But yeah, it's a deserved win yesterday, guys, so we have to be happy with that. I'm just going to do a quick player ratings because Conor will have explained we did film 2 videos at Conor's after the game, a joint match review, joint player ratings, but we didn't quite get the player ratings out. So yeah, we had some technical issues with that after filming. But there's player ratings. I'm going to go Kiko Casilla. I'm going to have to give a 6 or a 7. 2 absolutely fantastic saves. Did mess up on a few crosses, a few times where he just sort of went for balls he shouldn't have gone for and stuck on his line a little bit too long. But all in all, nice and solid, 6 or 7 out of 10. 2 fantastic saves as well. Luke Ayling for me, 8 out of 10 easily. 2 goal-saving blocks. Ben White, I thought at times his distribution wasn't quite at his usual levels when Huddersfield pressed us, but he was fantastic in the game all in all. So easily a 7 out of 10. Berra, I thought defensively was absolutely fine. Sometimes in possession of the ball, gave the ball away a few times, but again, I go about 6 out of 10 for Berra. Shuey Dallas, probably the most disappointing player for us yesterday. I thought he really struggled against Karoma. When I put the other left winger on, I thought he did better against him, but a bit of a struggle from time to time. I go probably about a 5 or 6 out of 10. And that moves us on to Mateus Click, about a 5, 6 out of 10. Started the game very poorly. Got into it as the game went on, but yeah, not nowhere near his usual levels. Pablo, fantastic header for the goal, fantastic movement for the goal. Definitely improved in the second half, so at least a 7 out of 10 for me. And that moves us on to left wing back Alioski. Probably one of Alioski's best games in Leeds shirt. His best game at left wing back for me. Easy 8 out of 10. easily an 8 out of 10 for Ralliowski yesterday. Absolutely fantastic, and he just rose to the occasion fantastically for us in every single sense of the word. Defensively going forward, he made things happen. Moves on to Helder Costa. Helder Costa, I thought, was fantastic in that second half. First half, he didn't start quite well. We've seen this Helder Costa, we've seen it a lot of times this season, not quite taking his fullback on, the occasional poor decision, but in the second half, his touch was fantastic. Unlucky not to be involved in the goal, but he made some absolutely crucial contributions to the game, particularly in the build-up to the second goal. So it's 7 out of 10 for me. Jack Harrison I thought was fantastic and has been fantastic this season. I think certainly the last couple of weeks he's been our form player. 8 out of 10 for me. Some fantastic balls into the box, never stopped running, fantastic attitude, and just a fantastic player. The improvement in him has been absolutely incredible. Our most improved player this season, 8 out of 10. And talking of improved players, Paddy Bamford, 7 out of 10. Missed a couple of chances but had a perfectly good goal ruled out, and battles all day long. Eddie and I'm trying to think who else came on. Barry Douglas, didn't really have enough time to rate them, didn't really make much of an impression, so sort of a 5 out of 10 for them. But Ollie Casey, just last mention to Ollie Casey, I thought he looked nice and composed and looked like a Rolls Royce as a player, as Conor has already mentioned. I thought he was very impressed by Oliver Casey. He wanted to have an impact on the game, and he did as well. But guys, I'm going to leave it there. I've been Oscar. Make sure you check out Conor, Tash and Joe's reviews of the game. Tash is on the fan cams as well, guys. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. See you later.